Alright, going live in 5, 4. Hello one and all, it's Nerdcraft here, bringing you Game 1 of a best of 3 series here. Spawning on the southern position of the Core Hall compound is going to be our blue Zerg player who represents Type Gaming, a team right out of Germany, but he himself is from Korea. It's going to be none other than Phoenix of Type Gaming. And his opponent here, spawning on the northern position, is going to be our yellow Terran player, Alternative Attack's very own Cloud. From, I believe he is from Germany, but last time I said a player was from Germany, it was Mana, and Mana is from Poland, and I got a lot of hate for that. So, sorry, Mana's from Poland, he's not from stupid Germany, and I quote that from a comment. So, again, sorry about that, but I am pretty sure Cloud is actually from Germany. I did look up his bio, and it did say from Germany. So yeah, I'm gonna trust Wikipedia on this one. So supply depot here going down at the ramp, gonna indicate a wall off, and of course you're gonna wall off against a Zerg player, especially as a Terran player. I had no idea why you wouldn't do that. But Core Hall Compound, it's a very big map, nice two-player map. I really enjoy playing on it, and I don't know whether it favors Zerg or Terran or Protoss. I haven't seen anything in regards to Core Hall Compound. You know, I've heard stuff about Cloud Kingdom and like Entombed Valley and things like that, but as for Core Hall Compound, you know, I have a hard time playing Zerg on this map as opposed to other maps. So I would think that it kind of does favor Zerg. You can see these nice big ramps right there, just really ideal for Zerg, and you have this huge sunken middle right there with 1, 2, 3, 4 massive ramps all leading to the middle of it, and you got a lot of different channels to attack from. Especially keeping a third on this map is just so hard, at least for me, because they always come down around here, take it out, and I move my army over here. Before you know it, I have run-bys going over here. So that's the kind of things that happen, at least for me. We see that the barracks is down, and looks like Cloud is going to be going for a 16 command center gasless expansion there. Pretty risky to do against Zerg. You see that more commonly used against Protoss. But what do we have from Phoenix? We have the 15 hatch, so I'm not surprised that he's deciding to do this at all. Cloud being very good, making sure that that drone is not getting anywhere near that. As we see here, this is all that Phoenix sees. He sees absolutely nothing. He knows that there is indeed a barracks built, but he doesn't know about that really early expansion. And Zerg not knowing that information, that can really hurt them, whether it be early game, middle game, or late game. So the pool has now just finished for Phoenix, and Phoenix I don't know too much. I believe he was from Team IM. Him and Real are those two players that are kind of really known in Type. Real, of course, making a monstrous showing at the IEM Kiev. I think, yeah, it was IEM Kiev, just really doing a lot better than people would expect him to do. And Cloud, he's been around for quite a while. This Overlord is going to come on in and see, oh, hey, look at that. That's a pretty early command center there. And there's a bunker. There's a couple Marines. Unfortunately, Cloud did either not see that Overlord or just did not care, because he knew if he shot at him, he'd go above here and he would lose vision, things like that. So we have this spine crawler here coming out in the front for Phoenix. As for Cloud, he has the factory being made, but no reactor yet. Yet is the key word there. And there it goes. So most likely going to be making Hellions out of this, a late Hellion or a late reactor Hellion opening. You know, expansion, bunker, then Hellion, whatever. So yeah, Cloud has been around for freaking ever. I remember watching him at IEM last summer when I started getting into StarCraft 2 really heavily. He was doing stuff like 16 command center first, things you'd see Zerg do, and it was really amazing to see. Of course, Total Biscuit was casting him as well, so it was like, it was all awesome. I have a special place in my heart for Cloud, just because he's a freaking awesome player in my opinion. And here we see that those timings are just down to the T. They're going to be putting that factory down as the reactor finishes. And 2 Hellions are queued up. Another 2 most likely going to be queued up. But Phoenix, he is already putting down a Roach Warren here. Interesting that he does that, because usually you don't see Roaches used as heavily in TVZ as you do in PVZ. Failing Nest as well, so let's just see this information that he has. This is the only information that Phoenix has, so he's probably considering he's going to most likely do some sort of reactor Hellion opening after he gets that expansion down. And you know what? We'll just be safe, make that Roach Warren, and even if the Hellions don't come, you know, we can do some early pressure as Roach with those Roaches, really, you know, punish him for going such an early build. And we have Cloak also being researched here for the Banshees, so Reactor Hellion into Cloak Banshee play, really like that. That is a very effective, almost scary build to go up against as a Zerg player, especially in the early game. We see that there is no Evolution Chamber down for Phoenix, so if these Banshees do come in with Cloak, they're going to be able to just do some great damage. These Zerglings now confirming that yes, indeed, there are going to be Hellions on the map, and these Hellions are probably already seen because they've just been denying creep and things like that. Go forward, kill the creep tumor. Da-da-da. Anything that's named after something that causes cancer is not exactly liked in my books. So creep tumor, yeah, creep will probably be a very bad form of cancer. Third command center here coming up for Cloud, taking a book out of Koss's magical book of awesome. You see that Cloud is going for that very fast third. Koss is kind of known for doing those really fast thirds, regardless of the matchup. We actually saw yesterday, if you watched the Tournament of Champions on IPL, we saw that Koss, using this kind of build, was able to take out Startail Squirtle and advance in his loser's bracket. So wow, talk about freaking awesome with that. And he did that while doing fast command centers. So, you know, fast command centers, maybe it's the future. We have Balings being morphed up over here, and this Banshee is luckily going to see it's 16 Balings. You better not attack those Zerglings. I think those Cocoons would be better to do. Should probably bring those Hellions in to attack that, but as we see, Phoenix is going to catch those Hellions out of position, and now we have 12 Balings rolling on into these bunkers. No focus fire down on it. The bunker is going to go down right away, and this command center is not long for the world, as well as Cloud in this game. You see that bunker, or that supply depot goes down right away. The SCVs have been pulled, and no auto repair are on them. No, there isn't. And so these tanks with these Marines and SCVs, with two Banshees, luckily, going to be taking out these Roaches. Luckily, they are going to be able to take them out by the looks of it. And we have Zerglings streaming across the map here from Phoenix. So, kind of sensing that weakness, he's going to be sending a lot more Zerglings. Of course, Roaches are really good, but I think Roaches are a lot better in Protoss than they are in against Terran, just mainly because Lings are using Swarm Lings everywhere, and just so freaking annoying to take care of them. You can't just have like a pack of Marines take care of a bunch of Lings. No, you have to have a tank. You have to have some sort of AoE. So now that we have 3 Banshees here with Cloak ready to go, and Spore Crawlers everywhere, this is going to make it pretty interesting, because most likely Cloud is going to come in the back here or here, where there are no Spore Crawlers. There's a Spore Crawler there. The real question is, can he find a dead zone in this detection so that these Queens can't be taken out? Now the Banshees are being seen. There's the Spore Crawler right there. Gonna Cloak, and not in a dead zone yet. There we go. He has found that dead zone. Gonna be able to take out a single Queen. Not after a single Banshee has been taken out. 3 Queens are gonna go down, and that Spore Crawler is not in range, but it can still see the Banshees. And unfortunately, Spore Crawlers cannot actually detect when they're not burrowed. So, you know, very interesting little thing there. It's like, I can detect anything, anywhere, except for when I'm transporting. Don't ask why. Evolution can be a bitch sometimes. Infestation Pit is coming down right there, as we see after that layer tech came up. So even though he has quite a bit of Banshees in his base, he is not really paying much attention to them. He's saying, yeah, I can easily repel this. And we see there that it was only 7 drones that were killed by these. 2 Queens and 7 drones. I mean, that's pretty good considering he had 3 Cloaked Banshees. Now these Banshees gonna just go across the map, see if there's any Lings or Roaches anywhere, scouting and stuff. Now this command center looks of it being used as a macro command center, which is really important, because if we check out the income, of course Cloud is soaring ahead with mules, but he is actually pretty close when it comes to the SCV count, 48 to 53 harvesters. But it's because of this third right here that he was so able to catch up, because he had lost, if we look again, you know, 19 SCVs, and 19 SCVs that early in the game, not exactly something recoverable. We have turrets now coming up. No, because he did see that layer, but we do not have a fire at all, just the infestation pit. So if we look over at Cloud's vision here, he does not know that the infestation pit is down, so he's probably thinking that, yeah, indeed, Mutiling Baneling build is definitely coming up, but it's complete, well, not complete opposite, but it's is instead of Mutalisks, it's going to be Infestors, and glial reconstitution being researched. So Phoenix is committed to having large amounts of roaches here. Now these Banshee's going to come in, take out another queen, and pick off some, well, not pick off, but pick away at some Zerglings. I suppose he probably did pick them off. This Overseer being very diligent, he's like, I do not care that I cannot attack, for I will follow you. Which is weird, because you'd think, like, Changelings would be able to attack, because, like, well, I suppose the gun is fake. So if you were to, like, turn into a Marine from just fleshy disgust, such as a Changeling, you'd think that he'd be able to shoot, but thinking of part of the arms into a gun, that would make sense. Here we have a Ling run by, going to be able to clean up these Marines with the best of third one going down. Very good there from Phoenix, going to be able to deny that third, which, you know, Cloud did to him. So say, hey, deny my third, I'll deny yours. Yeah, see how we like it there? This SCV going to be repairing those Banshees. I really like this from Cloud, that he's keeping those Banshees nice and repaired. We can see this one has 14 kills on it, and this girl got 19 on it. So we got a captain and a sergeant there. They're both going to retire nice and easy and, you know, have a lot of money with a very nice villa on Marsara. Well, I don't know if there's any such thing as a nice house on Marsara because it's complete desert. And another massive Ling run by here. Going to be exposing those SCVs to the tank fire. And it looks like all these tanks are going to have to de-siege, but none of them do go down. Just a little damage from them. I like that de-sieging or unsieging his tanks as the Lings are attacking, because that splash damage from these two could have completely wrecked this one and possibly this one, as well as the Marines. Interesting fact that we have here is that Cloud has no medevacs out. Let's see here. Yeah, still no medevacs. 64 SCVs to the 50 drones of Phoenix. So when it comes to income right here, we can see that Cloud is soaring ahead, and this time it is not because of mules. It is because he is just completely out macroing the Zerg player by 14 freaking drones or SCVs. And we see that this hatchery is going to be taken, and it's kind of a bit of a desperate move there from Phoenix. He's like, I need to get that third right away, and I'm going to get a fourth so I can kind of jump ahead. Yeah, the tank's going down over here. Man, Cloud, this is just so... I don't like the fact that he doesn't have any medevacs. I mean, I like to take care of my Marines. I like to take care of my boys on the ground. So I make sure that I have plenty of medevacs for them. And Hive Tech is just about to finish. This drone going to go forward, and he's not going to like what he sees, because he's going to... Oh, no, he's not going to see anything, actually. And we have a massive run by here going off in the natural of Cloud. The two tanks have been lifted by that medevac. Good micro there from Cloud. Going to have to siege these up. No, he's not. Instead, the Zerglings are going to go try for this third. A fourth is being established for Cloud. But they're like, okay, I can't do that, so we'll just go back to the Hive, to the Hive cluster. Hopefully it's not under attack. Well, it looks like it is a little under attack. Creep tumor, single creep tumor going out, and this hatchery was forced to be canceled, but this hatchery is pretty well saturated. Not much gas here coming out from Phoenix, as we see, yeah, only 400, 500 gas coming up from Phoenix to the 600, 700 of Cloud, so not exactly investing too much into tactics. And Cloud, it seems like his army's getting a little spread here. You know, you have these nice small pockets and everything, but the problem with these small pockets is that small pockets can easily be picked off by, like, burrowed infestors and things like that. You know, just come up, do a fungal, drop down, drop some infested Terran and stuff like that. So, what's the grand total of infestors right now? 7 infestors to 65... to 69 Marines and 65 drones being made here. So, you know, TypePhoeNix trying to catch up when it comes to the Harvesters count, but, you know, Cloud is at 71 SCVs, which may seem a little bit much for a Terran player, and probably is, but, you know, at the same time, it doesn't really matter, because he has so much barracks with reactors. We see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reactor barracks there. That's 10 Marines at a time, and we have a huge engagement here going off in this base. A massive amount of fungals going down. Lings, all the Lings are going to be able to go down, but the infested Terrans coming in, and these Marines are so far down in health, but the infested Terran are cleaned up almost instantly. I believe the eggs were killed, so not a good engagement there for Phoenix. We have 1 Ultralisk coming up, as well as 30 Lings, and this hatchery is going to go down. I just bumped my mic stand, so sorry if you hear it up. And a lot of drones here are going to be going down, bringing it up to 12, but there have been 20 SCVs killed by Phoenix, and it still doesn't matter, though, because Cloud is so far ahead. It is a maxed out Terran player to a 127, and there's the GG from Phoenix. He's going to concede this game to Cloud. And the series is now 1-0 with Cloud in the favor. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see that coming. I thought that Phoenix would have taken this first game, and then Cloud would try to scrape back a victory here because Phoenix is a really good player. But the thing is, Cloud is very underestimated, as we've seen in this game, just being everywhere. That super Terran macro ability, of course, we can see that his fourth was being taken, and he had another command center ready to go. So talk about freaking awesome there from Cloud, and all he did was deny expansions. So yeah, that was pretty freaking awesome, I would have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed casting it. Please stick around for game number 2. You can also please subscribe to my channel to make sure you know when game 2 and game 3, if there is a third game, come up. So yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter. Well, no, I don't do that until the last game of the series because it doesn't make sense to do a Twitter plug in every single game of a best of 3 series. So yeah, please stick around for game number 3. There should be a subscribe button on the video right now. Please click it because that helps me go. That doesn't help me go. You know, it keeps me going. It's like, yeah, people subscribe to me. This is totally awesome. I love doing it. People love or not necessarily love, but people enjoy watching me do it. So that came out wrong. People enjoy my casting, I should say. So stick around for game number 2. I'll see you guys then. My name is Nerdcraft. I'll see you then. Yeah.